stand here before you not as a prophet, but as a humble servant of you, the people.
It was one of those things that you knew was inevitable. 95 years old, terribly ill, fighting for his life for the past few years. Yet still, nothing could prepare you for that feeling of sadness, emptiness that came with the passing of Nelson Mandela, one of the greatest leaders of our time. Growing up in South Africa, I was 7, 8 years old and watching TV keenly with my family when Nelson Mandela was released from Victor Verster prison on that sunny day in 1990, regal and dignified, holding his wife Winnie's hand. From humble beginnings in the Eastern Cape, he became a fighter, a rebel, and a lawyer who refused to submit to South Africa's apartheid regime. A man who lost 27 years of his life to incarceration on Robben Island. The apartheid media used to call him the Black Pimpernel. Margaret Thatcher called him a terrorist. He was a symbol of everything good that could emerge out of the darkness of apartheid, a racist and brutal system. He gave us a renewed hope that we could live in a new country reborn. And he fulfilled that hope 4 years later when he was elected president. He showed us South Africans how to choose forgiveness. A noted saying of his was that resentment is like drinking poison and hoping it will kill your enemies. Mandela outlasted, outplayed, and outclassed them all, and then he won them over. For him, there were far too many pressing issues at hand than to try to settle old scores. He could have stayed on as president for as long as he wanted to. That's how much we loved him. But he chose one term and then stepped down. South Africa, under Mandela and after Mandela, was and is by no means perfect. A teenage country still trying to find its way in the world. An imperfect democracy, but still a democracy. Beset with multiple problems: corruption, economic inequality, crime. It's revealing that in trying to solve the country's problems, many ask and say, what would Mandela do? Or let's not destroy his legacy. Amid the sadness and pain, Mandela's death might provide a moment for South Africans and the world to reflect on his extraordinary legacy. Read his book, Long Walk to Freedom. Google his speeches. You'll find wisdom and an exceptional example. Scroll through your Twitter timeline today. Observe your Facebook feed. Watch the TV news. There's nothing but love and sadness at his passing. I would not be here today were it not for the sacrifices he and others made in toppling apartheid. His principled defiance against oppression, his patience, his fortitude, forgiveness, commitment to dialogue and engagement, I think are themes that will live on and in any person trying to make the world a better place. Rest in peace, Tata Madiba. It was a privilege being alive for just a small portion of your long and wonderful life. We will never forget you.
It is time for new hands to lift the burdens. It is in your hands now